The idea of freedom is an old argument and has to do with freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of worship, freedom of choice of occupation and so on. Naturally, the idea of freedom comes only to countries which claim to be democratic. People who are under communist regimes are said to be not free because they are not allowed to do any of the above. So even in a country which is democratic and claims to grant freedom to all its citizens, the question arises, are the citizens truly free? What is it to be truly free? In a democracy, there is of course the freedom of speech. A man is allowed to say anything he likes, provided it does not encroach upon the rights of someone else. Hence, though no one will stop you from going around slandering people, you will be hauled to court after you have slandered the person. In other words, the freedom of speech is freedom up to a point. You have to be responsible for what you speak. You have to back up what you say. If you cannot, don't say a thing. It makes a lot of sense, because to have complete freedom of speech will allow people to say anything they like and the world will be in chaos. So we have freedom of speech, but with responsibility. Freedom of worship is basic to many societies. There does not seem to be any quarrel here except that sometimes a person's method of worship may threaten the general good. How? Well, we have certain religions whose members say that they acknowledge no power except that of God, and so refuse to obey the laws of the country, like serving in the army. Now clearly we cannot have that. So we have the same thing staring at us, freedom of worship, yes, but if detrimental to others, no. Freedom of earning a living is also subject to the same restriction. I cannot earn my living by encroaching into yours. Hence we have laws against cheating, stealing, copyright and a whole host of others. The same goes with freedom of movement. Surely I should not be free to walk into someone's house. Similarly, we can argue for any freedom, that there is a restriction. So what indeed is true freedom? To me, true freedom is that I am free to be myself or do anything, as long as I respect the rights of others. Conversely, I am free to myself and no one is so free that he can encroach on my rights. In this sense I am free, because the state protects me. I believe that for a happy life this is the freedom I need most, and I am willing to sacrifice other freedoms for it.